is Nini Sumarov from Group 1. I will explain about auxiliary process atau frasa bantu. For each verb, we've talked about a clause in a verb phrase. This type of verb is called a main verb. Other verb called helping verb or auxiliary verb are found in auxiliary phrases. Auxiliary phrases are among the most satisfying to describe. That's because the English auxiliary phrases has a regular pattern, which helps to make easy to understand. So here's some help with helping verb. Di PPT ini, yang pertama adalah the basic structure of auxiliary phrases atau struktur dasar frasa bantu. What are some sentences with helping auxiliary verb? Here are a few examples with the helping verb underlined. 1. She should study. 2. She has studies. 3. She is studying. In this sentence, the main verb in a from study is helping to give us additional information. Jadi di sini itu ada contoh she should study. Study itu adalah sebagai main verb atau kata kerja utama, dan should itu sebagai auxiliary phrase-nya atau frasa bantu. Dan di sini ada the basic helping verb of English and the helping verb. Yang A, can, may, shall, will, must, could, make, should, would, have, has, had, are, is, was, were, been. If a sentence has both a main verb and a helping verb, the main verb is always less. Jadi kalau ada kalimat yang terdapat kata kerja utama dan kata kerja bantu, kata kerja utama itu selalu ada di akhir atau setelah kata bantu tersebut. Seperti contoh yang tadi, she should study. Should-nya dulu baru study-nya, atau kata kerjanya itu ada di akhir setelah kata kerja bantu. Ada modals. One case of helping verb is called a modal. A modal adds information such a possibility, necessity, or request to the verb that follows. Contohnya nomor 1 adalah Ellen can do the job. 2. I will worry about that later. 3. You should read before the party. 4. Dennis might change that carpeting. Jadi modal itu adalah menambahkan informasi seperti kemungkinan, kebutuhan atau permintaan. Seperti contohnya Ellen can do the job. Modalnya adalah can. I will worry about that later. Modalnya itu will. You should read before the party. Modalnya adalah should. Dennis might change that carpeting. Modalnya itu might. One case of helping verb in called a modal, the basic modal, yaitu can, may, shall, will, must, could, might, make, should, would.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Musyarofa. I'm from Group 1. Now I want to explain lesson 33 about perfect have. In each of the sentence below, the helping verb is a form that have either have, has, or had. The example first, she had greeted me happily. 2. They have eaten dinner early today. 3. He has written many articles about the wealthy. Sentences with the helping verb have are said to be expressed in the perfect. The verb have is not used only as a helping verb in English. It can also be the main verb in a sentence. Here are some examples with have used as the main verb. Notice that when have is being used in the main verb, it refers to the notion of possession or ownership. Example is 1. I have a comfortable bed. She has a beautiful home. And last, the family had a lot of problems. Next, I want to explain lesson 34 about progressive be. In each of the sentence below, the helping verb is a form of the verb be and is underlined. The example 1. She's living on the train. 2. I was thinking about his behavior. 3. They were managing the restaurant. Sentence with helping verb be are said to be expressed in the progressive or continuous aspect, which usually indicates that the action takes place over a period of time. The verb be is not used only as a helping verb in English. It can also be the main verb in a sentence. In which case it's a linking verb. As a reminder, here are some sentences which be used as the main verb. The example is I'm happy, she was actress, whose birthdays so are great.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Silviani. Saya di sini ingin menerangkan tentang kata kerja bantu. Combining auxiliary verbs. All the sentences were helping auxiliary verbs that were located but so far have only one helping verb. It's possible, however, for a sentence to have more than one helping verb. Here are some examples of sentences with two helping verbs. The helping verbs are underlined. Remember that three kinds of helping verbs. A. Modal. EH. Should, can, might. B. Have. And C. Be selection. 1. She should have studied. Modal plus have. 2. She might be studying. Modal plus be. 3. She has been studying. Have plus be. When a sentence has two helping verbs, which helping verb is phrased if a sentence has a modal that will always be the phrase helping verb. As you can see in sentence 1 and 2, if a sentence has both have and be as helping verbs, have will always be cursed, as you can see in system 3. For example, she should have been studying, and Mary might have been looking at him. If there are helping verbs, they are always in the following order: modal plus have plus be. As you can see from system, and if there are only two helping verbs, they are still in this relative order with modal carriage and have before be. Dan di setiap kata kerja bantu sebenarnya ada pakai dua bagian. Ada kata kerja bantu itu sendiri, dan kemudian ada eject yang dimiliki kata kerja bantu pada kata kerja yang mengikutinya. Contohnya seperti 1. Anak-anak bekerja keras. 2. Banyak kemajuan baru bermunculan. 3. Sam sedang menonton acara TV favoritnya. Dan di dalam kalimat tersebut, kata kerja setelah bentuk be selalu ditambahkan ke dasarnya. Berikut kata kerja ini disebut sebagai present participle dalam tata bahasa tradisional. Lebih tepatnya, sebuah kalimat dapat memiliki 0, 1, atau lebih dari satu kata kerja bantu. Jika ada lebih dari satu, mereka akan selalu dalam urutan relatif. Contohnya seperti tadi modal have be. Dan saat kata kerja bantu adalah progressive be, kata kerja berikutnya selalu ditambahkan ing pada bentuk dasarnya. Contoh, sedang tidur. Bentuk kata kerja the ing disebut present participle.
Lesson 37 about tense. The verb of sentence gives information about tense. Speakers of English aware that, except for example, then the verb studied is present tense form, while the verb studied is a past tense form. It's important to understand that grammatical tense and real word are not necessarily the same. And for example, 1. She studied yesterday. And number 2, she was studying yesterday. In sentences 1, unit 2, the tense of the underlined verbs accent is in their forms. In past, the time that is being talked about is also past.
I'm an icon, man, and my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a